setting up for that. We weren't doing all. Okay, we're doing all.
I'll let you breathe another little bit.
At least I called him 2 months ago.
You did. I thought he right away.
You know, it's exactly.
Let me get the mic off.
And good afternoon, everybody. Tad Kozaneski, Kevin Schulz, Jake Clark set to bring you tournament basketball here from Gloucester City, New Jersey. We're in Gloucester City's gym, but we're playing Williamstown as it's Williamstown versus Sterling. Williamstown comes in with a record of 5-3. They play in the Royal Division in the Tri-County. They lead the division right now at the 5-3 record. Clearview is second. Sterling is actually also going to see Clearview next week, followed by Kingsway, Timber Creek, and Gloucester Tech. Sterling comes in. They are 8-2, sitting on top of the Liberty Division. And, Kevin, this is a chance for Sterling to get that Paul 6 game out of your system.
No doubt about it. That was basketball, I think you could say, on another level when you look at what Paul 6 is able to do from the standpoint of playing fast. And, you know, Sterling's going to be able to play at that level. That was a good wake-up call, knowing they have to play faster, have to play cleaner, have to hit from the outside. But with that being said, they want to get back on track because you're looking at a Sterling team that's had some big wins, most notably against Haddonfield, probably the biggest win of the season. And they just want to get back on track and keep the momentum that they've had most of this early part of the year going.
And, Jake, again, it's a chance for this Sterling team. They had to sit and watch Gloucester play in a win they just had over Glassboro, but they're going to play Gloucester tomorrow. A chance for, as we said with Kevin, a chance for them to get back in the seatbelt and get it rolling again.
Yeah, this is a good game to sort of bounce back. And Gloucester played well against Glassboro. They fought from behind. They were down throughout most of the game. They fought from behind, so they're not a team to really overlook, and I don't think Williamstown is either. Turner Inge for Williamstown, number 5, has only played one game. In the past 2 seasons, he's scored over 100 points, closer to 200 every year. He's just getting back. He's just getting his feet under him. We're going to see how Sterling handles him throughout this game.
Yeah, they have a number of pretty decent scoring on there. They also have Christian Mazamuda. He's averaging 15 a game. Landon Eaton, 11. Owen Denton, 12. And Shane Haley is averaging 10 points a game. As we're mentioning, this is the Martin Luther King Tournament from Gloucester City, New Jersey, a gym they put in about 18 years ago. It's kind of neat that they have a hanging scoreboard overhead here, and nice atmosphere.
Yeah, you almost feel like you're in a college or auditorium with that scoreboard right in the center. And it's going to take us a few times. We're so used to looking at it on a wall. I'm sure we're going to look left and right before we readjust. And
yeah, during the game before us, I was absolutely looking, and I only saw the clock over there. So that's definitely something to get used to. But the scoreboard is very nice.
And what you'll notice is as we turn left or right, and you saw it before we went on the air, they actually have a clock on the wall to the right. So as a player, you may not know the score, but at least you'll know how much time is there on the clock. Getting set for the introductions of our starting players, so let's listen in.
Today's final game will feature visiting Williamstown and home team Sterling. Today's event will be held to the guidelines of the NJSIAA and is only option for the Director of Global Citizenship. Spectators are reminded that next must be more than field house, maintain appropriate social distance as they all playing surface at all times. An additional reminder that food and drinks are not permitted in New Jersey. Now for today's starting lineups first, for visiting Williamstown, head coach Tom Sheridan, assisted by John Jeremy, Nick Gore, and Dan Scott. Number 22, Sean Bradley. Number 15, Owen Benson. Number 10, Anthony Lantine. Number 13, Landon Eaton. And number 23, Trey O'Rourke.
And again, they have a record of 5-3. They'll be listed as the visiting team here for today as we get set to meet the Silver Knights of Sterling. And that is the Silver Knights. Again, their coach, Justin Barringer, coming in 8-2. It'll be Tummings, Zingaro, Ermel, McFadden, and Mundell. And they will be in the white uniforms as this is their opening little thing that they get together.
As you see Andrew Tummings jumping into the crowd there of players, and it's good to have Andrew back, no doubt about it, and no doubt about the fact that they missed him when he was gone.
Yeah, great leader for this Sterling team. He's always a leader. Talking to Coach Barringer, he's a leader in practice and out on the court as we see him for the games.
So we're just about set as we'll widen it out and get it set up here for Sterling against Williamstown. We will have live broadcasts for you every day this week. We will have the boys again tomorrow. They were actually hosts, Gloucester, back in our gym. That'll be tomorrow. So again, Williamstown in the blue, Sterling in the white as we get set to tap it up. It's Tummings against Urach and controlled by Mundell. So Knights will set things up. They'll have the ball first. McFadden.
Williamstown going with a man D.
Backdoor pass, and Zingaro lays it in.
Really nice pass there from Tummings as Zingaro cuts the basket. And we talk about it all the time. These guys have played together for a long time. They have that chemistry. You saw it on display right there.
Sterling with the first points of the night. They lead it 2-0, just underway.
And a good start for Sterling in light of what had happened in the Paul 6 game on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, you got to look at it as water on the bridge and got to bounce back.
Yeah, that was a very difficult game for Paul Six. They lost that one 84-69. Definitely a different pace to this one already.
You know, Mr. K, even with that tough loss, they still outscored their opponents in the last 3 games with a point differential of plus 25, whereas Williamstown has a point differential of -3 in their past few games.
Great numbers to know here as we get along here. 7 minutes to go, first quarter. Knights by 2. Here's a 3. Kaboom! That's Sean Gallagher. He's a junior.
Yeah, obviously, tells you he's somebody they're going to have to keep an eye on. Gave him a decent amount of room out there on the wing.
Sterling, good ball movement early on. Tummings has that stolen away. Good job to get that back by Zingaro. Zingaro spins, fade away. Yes, Jimmy Zingaro with all 4 of Sterling's points.
Well, outstanding steal there by Zingaro, and nice little drive. Great body control, kind of spinning a little bit, and doing a good job finishing there by Jimmy Zingaro.
Sterling up 4-3 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a tough shot from Zingaro with 2 defenders on him, but he somehow gets it to drop into the basket.
A well-contested shot. 6 minutes to go here, first quarter. Knights by 1. C.J. Mundell on a steal. Let's see if he can take this coast to coast. He is fouled. No shot. They're saying he was fouled on the floor by Sean Gallagher. That's his first and the team's first.
Sterling's very tough defensively out on the perimeter. You see C.J. Mondell. He's a guy who can play D down in the low post, but can also come out there and cut off the passing lane.
Sterling up 1, 6:01 to play here, first quarter. Zingaro, nice drive. Good dish to Mondell, short, tipped back out. Sterling picks it up with Tummings, and Tummings his first 2.
Yeah, good job of Cummings sensing that the defense was collapsed down on Zingaro and Mondell down in the low post, and he just went right at the basket.
Turnover against Gallagher. Sterling will take the ball. 6-3, they lead it. 5:42 to go in the first.
Yeah, that was a good job by Tummings. You know, sensing the shot was off and going to crash the boards and ends up getting the rebound. And those second chance points are really big, especially early in the game.
The referees just got together, overturned the call. It's going to be Williamstown ball. Take the turnover away from Gallagher. Good defense here for Sterling. Have to go all the way down for the team to get that. Nice drive, and he is fouled. Not the kind of foul you want to take if you're Sterling, but Mondell will pick up his first, the team's first.
We talk a lot about good fouls that are necessary and not so good fouls that aren't necessary. You see right there, that's one that C.J. Mondell wishes he had back. Yep.
Here comes Williamstown. They trail at 6-3, 5.5 minutes to go in the first. Sterling's defense pretty good so far.
Well, as Mr. Schul said, they've done a good job out on the perimeter and down in the low posts. There's Tummings with a steal.
Tummings wants to do it himself, and he does. Andrew now with 4.
Well, just a great sense, Andrew Tummings, as he's going on the break, knowing what's happening right in front of him, and just took it in himself.
Zingaro in a steal. Zingaro now with 6, and we have a timeout on the floor. 5:03 to go here in the first quarter. It's been all Sterling thus far. They lead it 10-3.
Well, a great bounce back in light of what had happened on Saturday. And I don't look at what happened on Saturday as a bad thing. I think that's one of those situations where you want to go against the better competition. And I almost feel like Sterling, if they play a team of that caliber, when we're talking about Paul Six, next time around they'll be that much better for the experience of having played a Paul Six on Saturday.
Absolutely. Sterling's a good team, but there are better teams out there, obviously, as they lost to Paul Six and Eastern. When you play those better teams, you learn something and take something away because you're playing an opponent that will attack your weaknesses, and that ends up why Sterling loses those close games. And then in practice, you know, those weaknesses are now more emphasized, and you get better as a team by just playing that one game.
So 5.5 to go here in this first period. Sterling off to a great start, 10-3.
I know Mr. K can attest. that Paul 6 team, I mean, you see teams that try and play fast, and the faster they play, the more they're susceptible to turnovers. But boy, Paul 6 played fast, but they played clean. Moved the ball accurately, shot very well, and just were under control in a fast-paced game.
And when you play fast, it's tough to defend, especially when you play clean and limit those turnovers.
Tummings on a steal. Here's McFadden over to Zingaro, and Zingaro is going to go to the free throw line as he's fouled by Latine.
And this game right now has all the earmarks of a Justin Barringer coach team. They're cutting off the passing lanes, great defense out on the perimeter. You know, you see them out there, they're keeping their legs underneath them, not a whole lot of leaning, getting steals. And I know that's something that is the type of culture that Coach Barringer wants to develop here and has developed in the short time that he's been here.
Zingaro, 6 points tonight, averages 11 points a game. His high was 15 versus Collingswood.
And I think the lead is now 8. It's 8 points because of the way Sterling is done on the defensive end. You're right, Mr. Schulz. They are collapsing those passing lanes, getting those steals, and it's leading to easy buckets in transition where the defense can't set up.
Gallagher for 3, kaboom. He's been all the points, 2 3-pointers.
They got to get out on Gallagher. There you saw that classic drive and kick out. Gallagher was wide open.
11-6, Sterling with the ball in the lead, 4.5 to go first quarter.
Yeah, and those threes from the corner, he's at both threes from that right corner. Got to collapse on Gallagher when he's outside, absolutely.
Sterling around the perimeter at the moment. McFadden now, Ermel. Really extending the defense out. There should be some plays inside in a moment. Ermel for 3, short. Rebounded on the play by Latine.
That's a good look there if you're Sterling. Really good job getting the ball to Mike Ermel in the corner, which seems to be his sweet spot. Just a little short that time.
Yeah, it looks like they ran a play for him, and like you said, we saw him in that Paulsboro game. He really had the hot hand.
McFadden rolls it in, his first 2.
Fantastic job driving in the lane there by Jadis McFadden, and a nice finish up and around the defender. And
the nice thing that McFadden did was he stepped into that pass, so had a head start on that drive to the basket and just blew by the defender.
Sterling up 13-6, 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. 15-footer Eaton, no good. Rebounded Tummings. Here come the Silver Knights. McFadden in the corner, 3, Ermel. Short on that, thought it was going for a second. 3-minute mark, Sterling up 13-6 first quarter. Going to stay with Williamstown right in front of the Sterling bench. You see assistant head coach standing there is Justin Barringer. We made history a little more than 2 weeks ago, and our assistant coach, Kylie O'Donnell, had to take over the team. Only the second time in the history of South Jersey a female was the head coach of a boys basketball team for a game.
And they're glad to have her on the staff. Obviously, she's got a ton of experience and is a big asset to this coaching staff.
Kick out, here's a 3 for Gallagher, in and out. Loose ball, nice job picked up off the glass for Latine, his first 2.
And you see Josiah Moore coming in the game for, I believe that was Mike Ermel he came in for. Moore has seen a decent amount of time with Tummings being out and probably played as well as anybody in the fourth quarter of that Paul 6 game, really excelled.
Sterling up 13-8, 2:15 to play first quarter. Robinson lets it go, no good. Rebounded by Williamstown.
Well, even in that Paulsboro game, Mr. Schulz, you saw Moore do a great job defensively, and he kept them in it for a good portion of the game. And Sterling relied heavy on guys who, weren't in the normal starting 5 since game 1, Moore being one of them.
Yeah, just really plays with more and more confidence every time you see him out on the floor. And talk about having a deep bench, and he's definitely part of that. You never know when these guys are going to get called on.
Sean Gallagher just picked up his second foul. It's the team's 3rd. As Sterling will send Tummings to the bench. As you mentioned, Nafi Robinson and Josiah Moore also in. They brought some life in the end of that Paulsboro game, or excuse me, Paul 6 game. Point guard duties this time for McFadden. Sterling up 13-8, under 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Not much happening here. Jimmy steps in, kicks it back out. Thought about 3. Now they kick it out for McFadden. McFadden kicks it out. Zingara, good shot to his right. Three-pointer Robinson. Kaboom! Nafi's on the board for the first time with 3.
And they got things kicked off by, you saw Jimmy Zingaro driving the basket, getting a kick out. And for the last 20 seconds of that half-court set, they had Williamstown just chasing all over the half court.
Yeah, they did a good job of quick passing. That freed up Robinson in the corner, who knocks down the 3. Good job of, making the extra pass there from Sterling. And
that was one thing against Paul 6. You've never seen it where they have help defense that came right out to the perimeter. You could get 2 steps into your drive. They had somebody right there. And Sterling wasn't able to get that type of half-court game going where they drive and kick out.
1 minute to go here, first quarter. Sterling leading at 16-8. And you're going to get a 3-second in the lane call against Williamstown.
Robinson, another guy off the bench. He's one of those guys who got to see a lot of time in that fourth quarter. Paul 6 game coming in here, hitting a big 3.
Aubrey Green comes in the game, a junior for the Braves. 57 seconds to go, first quarter. Sterling with the ball, leading at 16-8. Pretty good ball movement for Sterling. 40 seconds to go, first quarter. Zingaro for 3, no good. Taken in on the play by Eaton.
And even though that's a miss from Zingaro, I like that possession for Sterling. Really good, quick passing that caught Williamstown once again off guard. You're freeing guys up to get good looks.
Shot missed there. Zingaro on the rebound. Sends it up. McFadden. Rejected. Beautiful block. Latane. 18 seconds remaining, first quarter. Sterling up 16-8 as Ermel going to come back in. And Tummings back in.
Boy, Latane really quick up off his feet in that block of Jadis McFadden.
Yeah, that was a good job of not giving up on the play, sticking with it, not afraid to foul, and he gets the block. He was rewarded for his hustle.
15 seconds to go, first quarter. Sterling possibly last shot. Inside Mundell, and we're going to get travel against Mundell with 6 seconds to go.
Seemed as though he caught that pass midair and couldn't get his feet down, and then that was what caused the travel.
So again, 6.3 seconds remaining here in this first period. Sterling fighting full court. Here's Eaton. He'll get a shot off. This will count. In and out. And that is going to do it for action in the first period as Sterling puts 16 points on the board. They lead Williamstown 16-8.
Well, good first quarter for Sterling. Like we said, we wondered how they would bounce back after the tough game on Saturday, but man, they played great D, were tough out on the perimeter, had a couple steals, cut off the passing lanes, and I like how they had their half-court set going. Were able to drive, kick out, and either get baskets going to the basket or kick it back out, get the outside shot. And again, I like the way they had Williamstown just chasing on that last half-court set.
We saw a lot of defense turn into offense for Sterling as they got good looks off of a steal in transition. But when they were in the half-court, you're right, a lot of quick passing had Williamstown sort of lost out there, and that got guys open outside. You saw it on the Robinson possession where he hit the 3. He was open because of the quick passing.
I want to give a special welcome to everyone watching on YouTube tonight. A lot of fans checking in from Williamstown. I'm Tad Kozaneski and Kevin Schulz, TV teachers in Sterling High School, and our student Jacob Clark here. And what we do is we offer students an opportunity to broadcast here. We also have Nick's working on the camera, trying to fix it as we go here. And for play-by-play in the second quarter, let's go to Jake Clark.
Back to the second quarter. Sterling up 16-8 over Williamstown. Looks as though Williamstown will.
So say going to be a busy week. A lot of games this week for Sterling. Got Gloucester tomorrow as well at home.
Gloucester picked up a win right before Sterling played. I believe a 4-point victory, or sorry, 2-point victory over Glassboro. Williamstown poked away by Mundell. And there's Tummings with the steal, gets it up to Zingaro. Slows it down. Ermel outside, and McFadden to slow the pace down here for Sterling.
Tell you what, Braves decent defense thus far.
Mundell's shot doesn't go, and it'll be off Tummings as Williamstown has possession.
Yeah, they really want Sterling to shoot the ball from the outside. Sterling trying to work it into the low post.
I like the patience you're seeing from Sterling. You know, playing the way they need to play right now with a 16-8 lead. You need to force things. Got Mundell open right there for a short shot. Just wasn't able to drain it. But again, another good half-court set with great ball movement.
Sterling's press seems to be smothering Williamstown here as Eaton has the ball for the Braves. And Tummings worked defensively. It's going to result in a jump ball. And it'll be Sterling's possession. And Sterling is frustrating Williamstown so far all night defensively.
And that's the other thing you talk about defensively that stands out when you see Tummings in this game is his ferocious pressure out on the perimeter, and you saw it right there, and Williamstown just didn't have an answer.
McFadden to bring the ball up for the Knights. Gets it to Tummings. And a bit of a wayward pass, but it's saved by Tummings, and another wayward pass is bad possession for Sterling, leads to a turnover, and Williamstown will maintain possession.
One of the few unforced turnovers, just a matter of thinking Ermel's cutting one way, went the other way, and going to happen from time to time.
Half-court trap here, guys.
Drive inside, seemed to be tipped. Owen Denton got his own rebound. Shot was missed, and here's Tummings over to Zingaro. And the pass was broken up from Aubrey Green. Sterling will keep possession as McFadden will inbound the ball. Gets it all the way back to Tummings on the other side of the court. 6:20 left to go here as Sterling's up 16-8. No scoring yet in the second quarter. Mundell inside, and the foul.
Yeah, I think it's really important to get Mundell in the flow of the game. Paul Six shut him down. He's the leading scorer on this team, and he had a struggle in that Paul Six game as Paul Six defense was really suffocating.
No doubt about it, down in the low post. Just how quick they were off the feet, their defensive positioning.
Here's Garthwaite bringing the ball up, trying to run it on the break, takes it right at McFadden, and it rolls in. Lucas Garthwaite, senior, with the basket.
He is super quick.
Great acceleration down the court. Ermel outside, pump fakes. More quick passing as Zingaro fires up a three, and it falls.
Yeah,
Jimmy Zingaro from outside.
And you saw Ermel was pump faking, ready to take a shot, had a defender a little close to him. Great job moving the ball around and getting an even more open shot with Jimmy Zingaro, and he drains it from three.
And another tip pass from Tummings. Zingaro down the court, and he misses the lay-in. Garthwaite bringing the ball down the court for the Braves. Retain, good spin. He can't get that shot to go, but he's fouled. A really good spin there from Anthony Latane to draw the foul, as it's 21-10 Sterling, 5:15 left to go in this second quarter.
Well, he found some room along that baseline, and I almost feel like Sterling's doing to Williamstown what Paul Six did to Sterling, forcing a team to play faster than they're usually used to playing. And obviously Williamstown got to the free throw line here, but you see a lot of shots that are off bounds. They're playing, forcing them to play fast with their defense, but Williamstown's playing out of control.
Tain averages 3 points a game. It's their first free throw of the game for Williamstown.
Free throw is off for Latane as it's rebounded by Moore. And McFadden going to run the half-court set here for the Knights. McFadden drives inside. Tough shot that doesn't go. And it is rebounded by Latane. He's going to swing it over to Eaton. Eaton working in the low post. Shot doesn't fall.
I'll tell you what, Sterling controlling the boards right now. Big factor in this game.
Yeah, and a real nice job of Josiah Moore defending down in the low post. Again, forcing another off-bound shot from Williamstown.
Ermel outside, down to Moore. Inside to Tummings. The shot doesn't go.
Well, you got what you wanted there. Good cut by Tummings. Just couldn't get it off the backboard enough and clanked it off the back of the rim.
Here's Eaton outside, driving in. Kick out, fires up a three. Off the backboard and in for Owen Denton, the junior.
You heard him say bank, right, Jacob? He
I did.
Out, right?
I did.
Okay, I thought I heard it too.
I thought they were closed on Martin Luther King Day, but he got it. How about that? Again, I want to remind everybody, you're watching Sterling High School TV 19 YouTube channel. Some of our games coming up for the week. We will have basketball tomorrow, 5:30, live from the Castle. As Gloucester High comes in, we'll have a boys game, 5:30 start with varsity. Wednesday is wrestling. I believe it's with Overbrook. And then Thursday, we have girls basketball with Gateway at 5:30. And if I remember correctly, the boys then will host Clearview on Friday. Clearview is 6-3 right now and in second place in the Royal Division behind Williamstown.
Again, another school that plays some of the bigger schools. So Coach Barringer definitely wants to have out-of-conference competition going against some of the better schools because he feels like that's just going to make his team better.
Tummings gets the ball with about 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Knights up 21-13. Zingaro's outside. A lot of quick passing as there's Robinson down low. Tough shot, doesn't go. And Eaton is the one that ends up with it. And Latane bringing the ball up here for the Braves. Outside to Garthwaite. And it looks like there's a shoe on the floor that belongs to Aubrey Green.
A shoe violation. Haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, real good battle away from the ball between Andrew Tummings and Latane from Williamstown.
Any kids watching at home, very important to tie your shoes, especially when you're playing basketball, because then the game has to stop. So Green is all laced up, and we're going to get ready to go here. Eaton on the inbound. Tries to get it back to Eaton. It's stolen, and now Moore is with it. And a tough shot from Moore. And there's Denton over to Garthwaite. He's going to fire up a three. Doesn't go. Rebound Eaton. And Eaton going to slow things down here. Now drives back inside. Pass to Denton. And boy, that was a really good look there. Just couldn't get the shot to go down.
Yeah, the biggest difference in the game besides rebounding, Williamstown can't make a shot.
Yeah, one of the few times Sterling has left that lane open, and as you said, Mr. K, they just weren't able to finish.
Not able to capitalize on that possession. Here's Latane, and he'll be fouled on the floor.
Oh, they're calling travel. They're going to call travel. The other official to the right at midcourt said travel.
And a good job of Sterling. You see Latane ran into a roadblock of help defense from Sterling. And that's where the travel came up. Didn't like the call, but that's what was called.
McFadden bringing the ball up, has about 2:40 left to go in this second quarter. Knights up 21-13 over the Williamstown Braves. Ermel outside, he gets it to McFadden. Fantastic passing from Sterling in their half-court sets all night long. As that one's a wayward pass from Moore. Well, it'll be a turnover for Sterling.
They're able to make their outside shots, and that's what's got them the lead right now. If Williamstown can start making some of their shots, this would be a dead even game. They just can't get it to fall.
Eaton. Inbounds to Latane. It's guarded by Tummings. Latane was double teamed, and they're going to get a foul here on Zingaro, his first. Denton to inbound the ball here for Williamstown. He's going to get it to Green. And that one is poked away by Andrew Tummings. And a fantastic lay-in down the other end. Boy, he caught Green sleeping as he was trying to get a play going.
Yeah, another good defensive play by Tummings.
Denton. Floater doesn't go. And right now, Williamstown can't buy a bucket.
Good hustling effort, though, by Denton, at least to get his own rebound.
Williamstown really struggling offensively as the Knights lead by 10 with 1:30 to go. And there is Garthwaite outside, and the dry spell ends for the Braves as Lucas Garthwaite gets the three to fall, making this a 23-16 game with 1:20 left to go.
This is the first time you've seen Sterling, Kevin, that I can remember against a really tough zone defense like this. And again, it comes down to when you're in that situation, make your shots from the outside. They've had a couple of turnovers the last time down with some cross-court passes.
Yeah, moving forward, they're definitely going to have to hit from the outside. And Williamstown got a wide open look, and we're able to drain it if you have a shot by Garthwaite.
Miscommunication from Latane to Eaton. Going to force a turnover. Mundell checks back into the game for Andrew Tummings.
And you're going to see Mundell's going to dance around from low post to high post. Let's see if they get something going for him.
1 minute to play in this second quarter. Knights up 23-16. Ermel finds Zingaro, and they're going to look for Mundell, who has to save it, and it's picked off by Denton, who's running the break against Zingaro, and rims out for him. Mundell picks this one up. 2-on-1 break. Finds Moore, and that one seemed to have been blocked by Garthwaite. My goodness. Fantastic defensive play from Garthwaite.
Garthwaite came from out of nowhere and was able to make the big block on Moore.
That's why coaches say hustle up the floor. He hustled.
Moore now outside working against Denton, and he tries to get it to Mundell. And that one missed lay-in. And the shot does not go for Eaton. And Zingaro heaves one.
Oh, jeez.
Almost goes in off the rim.
Big story here, though, guys, is Williamstown just cannot make a shot. They're getting some decent looks. They just missed the layup there, Kevin. They're getting opportunities, just can't get it to go in.
Yeah, and Sterling's not having the same success they had early on in that half. Toward the latter part, Williamstown, give them credit in the half-court D. You talk about the zone defense doing a good job putting more pressure on Sterling, cutting off the passing lanes.
Yeah, and I think the reason Sterling got out to a big lead was because of the work they put in on the defensive end. They got a lot of steals out on the perimeter, set up a lot of numbers in their favor down on the break, and they converted. And now Williamstown is starting to, force them into their half-court sets. That quick passing, it's starting to cause miscommunications. And Sterling's lucky defensively because right now Williamstown cannot seem to find the basket real well.
Well, there you see it from the hanging scoreboard above the gym here in Gloucester City in this Martin Luther King tournament. This is the last game of the tournament. It's not like your typical tournament where you win in advance. It's just like an open invitational, play a game, come on down. And today it's Sterling versus Williamstown. You see the score. Sterling leads at 23-16. We will take a break and continue with the scoreboard up here if you're watching live at home, so you know we'll be back. We'll probably come back with about 3 minutes on this clock. Start updating the stats for you. Again, Sterling leads at 23-16. And welcome back to Gloucester City, everybody. Tad Kosneski, Kevin Schulz, Jake Clark, cameraman Nick Rattano here bringing you all the action. Let's update the stats for the first half for visiting Williamstown with their 16 points. Lucas Garthwaite with 5, Anthony Latane with 2, Owen Denton 3, Sean Gallagher with 6. They were 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Sean Gallagher with 2 fouls, Anthony Latane with 1. For Sterling with their 23 points who lead it, Jimmy Zingaro with 10, Andrew Tummings with 6, Nafies Robinson 3, Jadis McFadden 2, CJ Mundell with 2, foul trouble CJ Mundell with 2, Jimmy Zingaro 1, Sterling was 1 for 2 from the free throw line, so nobody really in any serious free throw trouble, and not many fouls in this game either, Kev.
Not a lot. Yeah, I mean, and it's good aggressive defense. Like you said, a good clean game in that way. You know, we talked a lot about how Williamstown had trouble scoring and hitting from the outside. It'd be a closer game, but Sterling really struggled in the last couple minutes, getting back in that offensive rhythm that you saw them in throughout much of the first quarter.
Yeah, that quick passing started to force Sterling to turn the ball over, and those unforced turnovers gave Williamstown an opportunity which they just haven't converted on. They convert on more baskets, this game's a lot closer, or Williamstown would be in the driver's seat.
So we'll get ready to start the third quarter here on Sterling High School TV 19 YouTube with Sterling with a 23-16 lead, trying to go 9-2 on the season. And let's see who they bring out. It'll be Zingaro, Tummings, Ermel, Mundell, and McFadden will hit the floor first for the Silver Knights.
And we talked about that zone defense. That gives them the ability to collapse down on Mundell, defend the passes to Mundell. Sterling's just got to hit from the outside and bring them out. That's going to open things up, give you a few more diagonal looks and getting the ball to Mundell down in the low post, because you have to feel like if he gets the ball down in the low post, you've got an advantage down there.
So we start the second half. Braves of Williamstown in all blue will have the ball first. Sterling leads at 23-16. And we're underway here in this third quarter. Again, if Williamstown can make some of their shots, they're right in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They just got to get their shots to fall.
Nice move, left-hand shot. Again, their miss. Mundell on the rebound.
That's a real nice job of Mundell defending down in the low post, staying in great position, getting quick off his feet.
There was Ermel. We'll set it up with Zingaro. Back to Ermel. With this zone defense, Williamstown being pesky. Here's a 3. That's short. Rebounded by Eaton.
And this zone defense, that first possession was not a good one for Sterling. Zone defense really confused them. Mike Ermel got a good look, but couldn't get it to go.
Williamstown down 23-16 with the ball. 7 minutes to go, third quarter.
And Gallagher, who's got a couple threes to his name in that first half, really defended.
Kaboom!
Well.
That's Landon Eaton, his first 3 of the game. Makes it a 4-point game.
And the one area where Williamstown has scored a lot of their points are those corner threes. We've seen a lot of their points come from the corner. They got to get their shots close to the rim to fall.
McFadden for 3. Kaboom. McFadden, his first 3. He's got 5.
And that's what Sterling needs. You could see that Latane gave him that shot, the wide open look, and McFadden made them pay for it.
Sterling up 23-19, third quarter, 6:20 remaining. Good swing here. Stolen away by Tummings. Mundell. He penetrates, wants to do it himself, and we get a whistle beforehand, a foul on the floor against Williamstown.
And that was obviously before the shot.
It was
at the inbound.
Denton picked up his first, team's first here in the second half. All the way back for Tummings. 6-minute mark. Sterling up 26-19 as that's kicked out of bounds.
and we're saying there haven't been a lot of fouls called, they're really letting them play. And there's some physical play that I think in some games might be called a foul, but they've been pretty consistent in letting both teams play.
Well,
Be a little physical.
Being fair and consistency is all you can ask for from referees.
Yep.
Any officials in general.
Here's a three for Mundell. No good. Good box out and a rebound for Gallagher.
Now Sterling's getting a good ball movement and open looks that they got early on in that first half.
Zingaro all over Eaton. Knocks that one away. Here's Gallagher, challenged by Tummings. Now the team. Not much there. He drives. Kicks it out and not quite able to handle it was Denton. That's a turnover.
Pass too hot to handle for Denton, and that's going to cause a turnover.
5:13 remaining third quarter. Knights with the ball. They lead at 26-19.
And it's been a slow start for both of these teams in the third quarter. Both really playing well on the defensive end.
Zingaro for three. Kaboom! Jimmy, the leading scorer in the game, now with 13.
Yeah, good job getting Williamstown kind of lopsided over to that one area, and Zingaro was wide open.
Rejected by Ermel on the drive by Denton. Here comes Zingaro. Zingaro drives and a turnover. Here's Gallagher.
Good defensive possession there from Williamstown, forcing Zingaro to pass the ball off.
And going to the free throw line will be Anthony Latane. As he is fouled, he'll shoot two.
Nice job of Latane drawing contact and making that drive to the basket count and getting himself a trip to the free throw line.
Latane with 2 points tonight. Averages 3. As a team, they are now 0 for 3 from the free throw line.
And especially not consistently scoring against Sterling. These free throw opportunities you have to capitalize on. 0 for 3 is not going to do it.
0 for 4. Out of bounds should be Sterling. Now they're going to say Williamstown ball. Sterling with a 10-point lead, 29-19, 4:29 to go here in the third quarter. Didn't like the way Mondell was operating with Green there. Inside, Green on the fake. He misses. How many shots have they missed today?
Yeah, really poor job of scoring on the inside for Williamstown. I think that's been their kryptonite here tonight.
Tummings makes it. Tummings with 8. Give you an idea scoring-wise, when they played Paul Six the other day, Paul Six was averaging 20 points a quarter. And now you're going to get a foul against Zingaro. Zingaro's going to pick up his second. So 19 points total for Williamstown through 2.5 quarters. Big difference. Sterling up 31-19.
And I go back to Sterling's forcing them to play faster. And I think that's why you're...
Wow, the ref just kind of put... I don't know if you caught it on camera on the left side of your screen. He did not like where Coach Barringer was. Picked up his water bottle, moved that and all, too. Now he's going to ask for a timeout, I believe. No. Now he's talking to the official. And now you're going to get a sub for Williamstown. Coming out of the game will be Eaton. All right, Sterling's going to try full court pressure up 31-19, 3:58 to go in the third. All ready to go.
And there's a situation where Sterling feels like they could possibly work towards delivering the knockout punch, up by 12 right now.
Yeah, with the way they're playing defensively against Williamstown and Williamstown not being able to convert on a lot of their shots, Sterling's got to be able to score the ball and try and put this game away.
31-19 Sterling, 3:35 remaining in the third.
Mr. Schulz, when we were talking about Turner Inge early in the game, I believe he is he's either injured or dealing with COVID protocols because he's only played one game this season.
Yeah.
So I was not aware of that. I thought he was still active.
Tummings not able to get that. Loose ball, hustling effort, Mondell. Nice pass there. Stolen away, kicked out of bounds, though, by Gallagher. It'll be Sterling ball. And we are going to get a timeout with 3:10 remaining, third quarter. Silver Knights lead at 31-19. A little bit of a sloppy run the last couple times down the court.
Yeah, they started off the quarter good. They were able to get some open looks, hit a couple of them, and that's what really got things going and has gotten them out to now. What's a 12-point lead.
You see Williamstown, their coach Tom Sheridan. Williamstown coming in. They are 5-3. They're sitting on first place in their division. They're 4-0 in the division that features Clearview, Kingsway, Timber Creek, and Gloucester Tech. Sterling comes into this game 8-2. They are 5-0 in a division that features Haddonfield, Collingswood, Haddon Township, Haddon Heights, and West Deptford.
Talk about Gloucester Tech. Last game for Williamstown, they won 60-42 over Gloucester Tech, and their next game is against Highland. Good win for them in the conference, in their division.
Yep, the Tartans of Highland. Both teams out of their timeout. 3:10 remaining, third quarter. Sterling up 31-19. But again, if Williamstown can hit any of their shots, they can make this a game. It's almost like there's a lid on the basket for them tonight.
Yeah. And when they were hitting the shots, they got it, I believe, to within 4 at one point.
This is the biggest lead Sterling's had thus far. Mundell kicks it out and into the stands, into the Sterling crowd.
Yeah, and that's something, like I said, Sterling started off the quarter really good, moving the ball around, good in their half-court set, finding open shots. But to what you're saying, Mr. K, have been a little bit sloppy in the last couple minutes.
That quick passing has been hit or miss. Sometimes they're getting really good quick passing, no turnovers, and they're doing a good job of finding the open man. And other times, it's been a lot of miscues. It seems to be back and forth, sort of hot and cold for the Knights offensively.
Denton's shot no good, was rebounded by Green, who missed. Zingaro to his right. Nice pass, and it's put in by McFadden, who has 7. What a pass by Zingaro.
Yeah, Zingaro looked away from the defender and got it over to McFadden. McFadden with a really good finish on the other end through contact. Just a great all-around play.
But a no-look pass that just was threaded right on the money.
Garthwaite and Latane come back in for the Braves. Back in is Nafies Robinson, a senior for Sterling. Now the officials have changed their decision. Sterling ball. 2:36 to go, third quarter. Knights up 33-19. Ooh, stolen away there, Latane.
Seems as though a lot of the damage Sterling has been doing has been from the outside. And anytime they try and work the ball down in the low post, it's either stolen or they can't get the shot to go.
Nice save by Gallagher there. He'll set up the offense. Sterling, one of the top 20 teams in South Jersey in this game, leading at 33-19. Nice drive here and converted. Do not have a name for that young man. That is his first 2 coming in off the bench.
One of the few conversions on many drives down low. And again, that's been a problem with them converting shots that they could make.
Zingaro from Mundell, and Sterling will keep it with 1:36 remaining in the third. They're up 33-21. Mundell a little shaken up. He goes to the bench. Tummings comes in for him.
Not sure if somebody landed on his foot or exactly turned something or exactly what happened, but
it might have been on the way down because it didn't look like he completely fell. But when his legs hit the ground, it looked like one of his legs was sort of stepped on, Mr. Schmooze.
Nice pass, and going to the free throw line is Moore off the beautiful pass by Jimmy Zingaro.
Again, another no-look pass. Great job of Jimmy Zingaro going to the right side, just having a total sense of knowing what was going on that left side with Moore going to the basket.
Moore averages 6 points a game.
And Jimmy Zingaro is a great facilitator for this offense, a really good point guard that you want. He facilitates the ball well. He can score from the inside and out. And does a good job of not only scoring for himself, but getting his teammates good looks.
Moore misses his both. Stolen away, and we have a jump ball. And foul shot not good for either team. As we mentioned, Williamstown 0 for 4. Sterling now 1 for 4. 1:22 remaining, third quarter. Sterling up 33-21. We have a whistle before. We're going to push away from the ball. And that is against Colin Raw. That'll be his second.
Not a great foul there for Williamstown.
1:15 to go here in the third. Sterling up 33-21. Zingaro. Look out. Good job to bring that in by Tummings. No good on that. They fight for the rebound. And standing on the end line is Williamstown. Coming back into the game for Sterling, Mike Ermel. Zingaro will take a seat.
Good job of defending there. Zingaro in the corner.
58 seconds to go, third period. Sterling up in this game, 33-21.
Yeah, and Coach Tom Schreeden very frustrated with the referee, and so are some of the Williamstown parents and fans. As the coach tried to call timeout, official must not have heard him. He was very livid until the official, I guess, threatened to tee him up, and he started to calm down.
Oh, offensive foul. Robinson going to pick one up. That's a good job on the floor by Anthony Latane. And sometimes, Jake, you'll get that when the action's down the other side of the floor. You're just kind of handicapped as a coach. Both officials are down the other end. They may not hear you or see you. Final 40 seconds, third quarter.
Good job of Latane. Sensing Robinson was up off his feet early, just got in position.
Yeah, and it's tough to draw a charge. You know you're going to get hit. Good job by Latane setting the feet. Oh.
Way off his feet was Josiah Moore. He's going to pick up his first foul. That is the team's fourth. 27 seconds remaining in the third. And to the free throw line will be Colin Raw.
Raw didn't even have to go up. He just knew that Moore was up off his feet. Just stayed down there and drew the contact.
Raw looking for his first points of the night. He is a junior. Referee's talking it over again. And again, the foul goes to Robinson for Sterling. That'll be his second.
A lot of juniors and seniors on both rosters. All juniors and seniors in Williamstown, and Schmidt and Russell are the only ones under the junior year.
Rao misses his free throw. So one more shot for Raw. Again, as a team, they are 0 for 5 from the free throw line. This will be their sixth. Got that one to fall. That's Raw's first points of the night. So final 26 seconds. Sterling up 33-22, and stolen away by Garthwaite, and a whistle. And that's why they take Jimmy out with a few seconds to go, Kevin, before the half, because Jimmy Zingaro just picked up his third foul.
He's a very aggressive player on both ends of the floor, and is always, he's looking to play aggressive, but that aggressiveness hurts him sometimes, as now he's got 3 fouls going into the fourth quarter.
Team's 5th foul. Sterling up 11, 18 seconds remaining, third quarter. Turning with his Latane, 10 seconds. Stolen, nearly stolen. Kick it out, good fake. Raw, contact. Williamstown keeps it with 3 seconds on the clock.
With how poorly Williamstown has shot the ball, a basket going into the fourth quarter might give him a spark.
somehow got that in. The shot would have counted, but does not fall. So we have played 3/4 of action here from Gloucester City. Sterling now leads at 33-22. So in that quarter, Sterling was able to score 10 points. Williamstown only able to get 6. But again, I think if you're a Williamstown fan, at least you can think, Kevin, you know, we're getting some shots. You just got to make them.
Yeah, they've really struggled. I mean, for a time, they looked like they were starting to get in some type of a rhythm, but Sterling defensively, like I said, they're forcing them to play fast. And I think when you play that type of defense where you always have somebody on you, you might rush shots a little bit. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that with Williamstown. Only of all the drives to the basket, and Ted, this is to what you were saying, I can really remember maybe converting on one. Maybe another one got them to the free throw line, but that's definitely been a struggle.
We're going to keep a look. You can almost see in the middle of your screen, C.J. Mundell, he went out and the trainer came over. I don't know if he's got an ankle injury or something going on, but he is sitting right now. As we get ready for the fourth quarter, let's hand it back to Jake Clark to bring us home in this broadcast.
Fourth quarter getting ready to go underway. The Knights up by 11, 33-22 over the Williamstown Braves. And the Braves have shot really poor on those high percentage looks under the basket. And it's almost like there's a lid on it, as Mr. K was saying earlier.
Well, and you saw that drive to the basket by Roth. Thought he had some contact, but the refs are definitely letting both teams play. That would have been a big one because that gets you within, you know, you're taking out, it's a single-digit lead at that point if you're able to drain a couple free throws. But, again, refs are letting both teams play and play physical. It's just been that type of a game.
Offensive foul here. I believe that was Landon Eaton on the screen.
They get Eaton for it, his first, team's fourth. Coach Tom Shreeden was very unhappy with the call. Could hear him asking the official, what did he do? Obviously, he doesn't agree.
That's never a good sign.
Zingaro on the cut inside, and the pass is broken up and ends in the hands of Latane. He's trying to go coast to coast, but can't. Kicks it out to Gallagher, and that shot is well short.
Sterling very fortunate because Jimmy fouled him on that three-pointer.
McFadden outside, and that one stays Sterling possession.
That could have been disastrous for Sterling. Not only could it have been a 3 foul shots, but Zingaro would have had his 4th foul.
And Mundell is still currently over with the trainer. Not good for Sterling long term. As an inbound play gone wrong will end up with Williamstown possession.
Yeah, Mundell's one of your featured players. He was the leading scorer coming into this game with 12 a game.
Sterling is a very balanced team, though. Even without Mundell, they still have a lot of guys that can score. There's some confusion. Referee initially said it was Williamstown's ball. After the confusion is over, it'll stay Williamstown possession. Up the court of the Braves. Gallagher.
Like they got fat with hitting Gallagher on the leg.
They have Tummings on the foul, his second. And Williamstown will call a timeout. There is 7 minutes to go on the dot. No scoring in this fourth quarter. Score is the same, 33-22, the Knights lead.
Yeah, Coach Sheridan, you know, justifiably, Kevin, when you have a three-pointer right in front of you in your bench, and there was clear arm contact on that. He's had some tough ones go against him today.
Yeah, bringing the team together right now, and you feel like right now both teams have been stagnant offensively for a couple minutes. Really haven't been able to get into any type of offensive rhythm. And
Well, we'll give you some stats with that. Sterling averages 60 points a game. They have 33 right now. Williamstown averages 56, and they have 22 right now.
And it's not like it's been great defense. It was great defense in the first half, but I feel like it's just been sloppy offensive play and a lot of unforced turnovers, and that's why the score is as low as it is.
And Sterling took advantage of some open looks early on in the third quarter, but really haven't been able to hit from that point on.
Eaton outside for the Braves. He fires up a shot at the top of the key, and that one goes for Landon Eaton, the junior.
Yeah, Moore was giving him that room to take the shot. Eaton just figured, hey, you're going to give me this room, I'm going to take it.
Zingaro outside, dishes to Ermel, who sort of saves it. Mike Ermel can't get the shot to go in the low post. And loose ball, and now Ermel a bit slow to get up. Helped up by Tummings.
Well, it looks like he's having a little trouble with either his ankle or his leg, something lower leg there.
It'll say Sterling possession. Tummings on the inbound. Heaves it to McFadden down the court. And about 6:10 left to go. Knights lead this one 33-24 over the Williamstown Braves. As there's McFadden in the corner, fires up a three, doesn't go. Rebound Moore, and they're gonna get a foul on the floor against Williamstown.
That's our number 2 as the JV uniform. Unfortunately, we don't have his name. Still a game though, guys.
Absolutely. With the way Williamstown is getting their shots, if they can get some of them to go, they can get right back in this game. As here is Tummings over to McFadden. McFadden with a nice little triple threat step. Lofts that one up to Moore. Moore can't corral it. It'll be Williamstown's possession.
Well, you got it to 9, and again, if the ball starts going in, look out.
Eaton, front of the offense here. He's gonna drive inside. Shot up for the Braves, doesn't go. Rebounds Zingaro.
Ooh. Yeah, that's an offensive foul against Jimmy. Jimmy was leading his elbow into that. I think that's actually a good call, Kevin. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I think, that's the type of call if it's out on the wide, if it was in the half court, you're driving the basket, but out in the wide open right there with the ref trailing the play, there's definitely a good chance that's going to be called.
He leaned right into him and knocked him about 2 feet back. Now Sterling has to play 5.5 minutes without their point guard. He has played 4 fouls. He's sitting.
Shot is off there, and rebounded by Moore. McFadden outside. Gets it over to Ermel. 5:15 left to go. Knights up 33-24 over the Williamstown Braves as Tummings gets the ball over to Moore. Ermel thought about the three. Gets it down to Robinson, and Robinson gets that one to go.
Well, it's always, sorry, Jacob. Always a good.
Oh. Well, we're struggling here. I was just going to say 5:04 left to go. Knights up 35-24 after the basket from Robinson.
Kevin, that was a huge play for Sterling because you think about it, you have C.J. Mondell, your leading scorer on the bench. Your second leading scorer, Zingaro, goes to the bench. So you're looking to find out who's going to get some scoring. At that point, it was a 9-point game. Nice pass, though, by Ermel to get in and get the basket for Sterling.
And Coach Barringer always has to feel good when he's got a half-court set that all 5 players touched the ball, and more importantly, they were able to have Robinson finish.
And as you look, we'll go back to the Sterling huddle. You can see, I don't think Mondell's coming back into this game. He's the one sitting on the bleachers behind looking in. Hopefully it's just for this game and it won't affect him later in the week. We have no idea. But again, at this point, if Jimmy Zingaro is also sitting, you're talking your 2 leading scorers for Sterling are going to be on the bench. You got to rely on your defense and then see who steps up.
And the good thing here is you got a lot of guys out there who can handle the ball. And you have to feel like in a normal situation, McFadden and Jimmy Zingaro kind of share that point guard position. So McFadden
with how
It's gonna be
balanced
called
this
upon.
team is, I don't know that it'll be hard for somebody to step up. McFadden can step up, Tummings can step up. If Ermel gets hot, he can score. There's a lot of options for this Sterling offense. Williamstown on offense. Denton fires up a three, gets that one to go. And Williamstown will press. 35-27, the Knights lead. McFadden. And they get a foul on Williamstown. Eaton can't believe it.
If I'm Williamstown, I don't go to the full court press because I think that really helps Sterling out here. I think they're having trouble with the zone and the trapping, but the full court, Sterling normally doesn't have a lot of trouble with that.
1-and-1s will begin for Sterling as McFadden at the line. Doesn't go.
That's 1 for 5, Jake, for Sterling from the free throw line.
Well, Sterling's certainly going to have to hit their free throws moving forward here to finish this game out.
Doesn't get either to go. Rebound Eaton, who gets it to Latane. 4:38 left to go here. Knights up 35-27 over the Williamstown Braves. As Eaton is outside, gets a screen from Latane. Pick and roll did not work to a T. Shot for Denton, rolls around the rim and in, and Denton has the last 5 points for the Braves.
Yeah, and they're going to attack the basket without having Mundell down there in the low post. Sterling's, he's their best defender down in the low post.
Tummings passes taken away by Latane, who's starting to run the break. And that one is tipped by Tummings. Will stay Williamstown possession.
You can feel the momentum have shifted here.
4 minutes to go, and it's a tight one, 35-29. The Knights with the lead. And that one is tipped away, and they're going to get a jump ball.
Nice job by Josiah Moore just to get a hand in there. Otherwise, that would have been a layup.
Yeah, and that's one thing Sterling does very well when they have their usually the 5 starters in there, is defending that inbound, coming off picks, good communication, switching, defending different people. But we're going to give up an easy one right there.
Ermel gets it to McFadden, and that one is taken away by Gallagher. And Gallagher looking for help, can't find anything. Gallagher gets it to Latane, and that is a clear travel there against Latane. As Williamstown will be frustrated with that one. Ermel on the inbound. Gets it to Moore, back to Ermel. Sterling trying to beat the press still.
That was beautiful, not a dribble.
McFadden drives inside, finds Robinson, and Robinson can't get that one to go. Here's Eaton with the rebound. Eaton with a nice move, fires up a 3, and rims out. Ermel with the rebound, looking for help. And he is smothered by Williamstown right now. Timeout from Coach Justin Barringer and the Knights. 3:20 left to go here. Knights up 35-29.
Ermel looking for the foul right there, but again, as we've said, this is the game where, depending on what officiating crew you have, there could be a lot more fouls called here, but they're really kind of swallowing the whistle for both teams. They've been consistent in both teams. It's been a game where they're letting them play physical, no question about it.
Coach Barringer putting all his chips in as Jimmy Zingaro has checked into the game. So Jimmy's going to be playing with 4 fouls. Sterling's only up 35-29, and Williamstown showing some life.
Yeah, I think that's a good move here with 3:20 left. You just you want that extra guy in there who can obviously do a good job handling the ball and feel confident with him in there against what obviously is going to continue to be a press here from Williamstown.
You see C.J. Mondell sitting there being attended to by the trainer.
Williamstown's done a better job of rebounding the ball, especially Landon Eaton. He's got 35 rebounds entering this game. Zingaro to Ermel as they beat the press. McFadden drives inside, looking for help. Zingaro, nice pass to Tummings. who controls himself. Good basket there from Andrew Tummings, makes the score 37-29 Knights.
You can see how much the team settles down when Zingaro's in the game.
Landon Eaton to Denton in the corner. Denton doesn't get to go, and it's rebounded by Latane, who draws a foul.
That's Moore didn't box out there, and a heads-up job by Latane as Moore picks up his second foul. Check, that's his first foul.
Latane at the line for the 1-and-1 opportunity. Both teams have shot poorly from the line, and he can't get that one to go as the trend continues during this game. Ermel is smothered, gets it to Tummings, and a miscue there as he was looking for Moore. Latane with the ball. Williamstown refuses to go away here late in this game.
You're really a three-pointer away from really making this tight.
Yep. Latane to Eaton, guarded by Ermel. Good pump fake, frees him up. Shot from the key doesn't go. Zingaro with the rebound. And they're going to continue to press. Zingaro to Tummings. Ermel in the corner. Fires one to McFadden in the other corner. Sterling slowing it down here with 2 minutes to go.
That's a great job of Sterling spreading the floor and just moving up the floor with a lot of passes, not overhandling the ball, doing what they had to do to break the press.
McFadden off a good screen from Zingaro, and they're going to get him with the charge. Sterling can't believe it as they get McFadden with the charge, his first.
Well, the Williamstown defender saw it coming. He planted his feet.
And now Sterling's into a press of their own. 1:45 left to go. Knights up 37-29 against the Williamstown Braves as Eaton is outside. Tries to get it. Ermel, good defense, and that'll stay Williamstown possession.
Yeah, you're never going to outwork Mike Ermel. No. Mike Ermel, just a very tough young man.
Yeah,
he was very slow to get up, but good news, C.J. Mundell back into the game.
And again, another play where there was physical contact, but, you know, it was incidental, no call.
Great job by the trainer to get Mondell back in. She's no Sean Klink, but hey.
And there is Gallagher. Wide open look at the rim, and now just a 6-point game, and Zingaro scores on his own net. And a miscue. Gallagher pump fake, fires up a three, gets it to go, and Williamstown has brought it to within 3.
Well, we said all along it was just a matter of them making a couple shots. Now they're starting to make some shots, and we've got a game with 1:15 to play.
Williamstown getting hot at the right time.
He got the ball to Gallagher out on the outside there, and yeah, he had a couple threes to start the game early on, was out of the game for a little bit, now back in there. He drains it. And wow, it's amazing. About a minute ago, it was an 8-point lead, now down to 3.
So Coach Barringer has to bring out his Zen philosophy now and calm the Knights down. He's a very calm coach. Take a breath, guys. Beat the press. Take a good shot if it's there, a layup.
And until, about 30, 45 seconds ago, that's one thing you liked about what Sterling was doing. They were doing a real nice job beating the press, having Williamstown chasing, spreading the floor, moving the ball up the floor with passes, not overhandling it. But you felt like in the last 30 seconds, that press was really getting to Sterling. They made some mistakes, and Williamstown made them pay for it.
Williamstown looking to complete the comeback against the Knights, down by 3 with 1:15 left as Ermel gets ready to inbound. Gets it to Mundell. Mundell to McFadden. And McFadden will be fouled.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting if this comes down to a foul game because you have Sterling from the free throw line is 1 for 6, and Williamstown is 1 for 7.
Yep. Williamstown has made up their minds to. Sometimes you'll make teams wait to see if you can get a steal, but they want to get them to the free throw line just because of their lackluster free throw shooting today, as you had said.
And McFadden nails the 1-and-1, puts the Knights up by 4. Doesn't get the second one to go. You wish he had that one.
Whoa.
And the Braves are on the break. Shot doesn't go. Good defense from Ermel. Williamstown is able to get to the free throw line.
That JV young man, when he came into the game, has done a really nice job. He attacked the basket there, got his rebound, and he'll go to the free throw line.
I agree with you. You know, I think that's one thing that Williamstown lacked is going to the basket, and he's done that. Also has provided good defensive pressure out on the perimeter. I believe he's got a couple steals.
And rims out. And that's been all night for Williamstown. Just the shots won't fall.
1 for 8 as a team.
Tough to win games like that, Mr. K.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make it 2 for 9 as Williamstown cuts it to a 3-point game. With a minute left to go, Mundell gets it to Ermel. Tummings in the corner. Tummings to Mundell, over to Zingaro. And they're gonna foul Zingaro, who's had a fantastic night offensively for the Knights.
Yeah, he's the one who got the charge going in that really good first quarter. A lot of good passes, good shot selection, drives to the basket, shots from the outside. A couple big free throws here.
Free throw doesn't go, and it's corralled by Eaton. 45 seconds to go. Gallagher. And they're gonna find Denton. Back out to Latane.
Remember, a three-pointer can tie it.
Eaton outside, guarded by Tummings. Eaton drives in. Shot from the wing, and it rolls in. A 1-point game now. 38-37, as Williamstown is now down by 1. They call timeout.
It's a heads-up job there, Kevin, by Eaton. He could have taken the 3. He said, you know what? We still got time in this game. I'm going to step in a couple feet. Got the shooter's roll.
Man, that's about the third time we've seen him off the dribble find a way to create his own offensive opportunity, makes him pay, and it's amazing with 24.4 seconds that we're looking at a 1-point game right now.
This foul shooting is unreal. Sterling is 2 for 9. Williamstown is 2 for 9. So both teams 2 for 9 shooting from the free throw line.
And you had a sense with about 5 minutes left that this game for Sterling was going to have to be won or have to have them pull away with good free throw shooting. And obviously they haven't been able to do that. And Williamstown, especially with plays like Eaton has had, have converted on the offensive end.
Something to point out is Williamstown has possession if there were to be a jump ball. Mundell gets away, finds it to McFadden, and McFadden is fouled. And
he's not happy.
He's got to watch.
He took a shot. I mean, he's right in front of the referee, but it was right to his face.
Yeah, I think he was looking for the intentional.
He's still pleading his case to the officials.
Can somebody on either team make a foul shot?
1-and-1 here for McFadden. Doesn't get it to go, and that's going to hurt. Wow.
That might be against Tummings. No, that's Mundell, I think. He's got 4. And look at this. We're going to the free throw line, where if Williamstown, who's only made 2 today, if they make 1, they tie. 2, they take the lead. And we're in the double bonus, so he's getting 2.
Wow, what a turn of events here.
Both teams have shot the ball very poorly from the charity stripe. Haven't been able to convert on sort of those gimmies at the line. Eaton hoping to change that narrative. And he sinks the first one. We're all knotted up at 38 with 17 seconds left to go. Landon Eaton not feeling the pressure. He puts Williamstown up by 1. And that is a clear missed call.
Coach Barringer's beside himself to the right. And that, Kevin, you've seen that play in football. They tangled feet on each other.
Yep.
9.5 seconds remaining in this game.
Yeah, that's not a good no call right there. Right in front of Barringer, Coach Barringer. He saw that. He's hot right now.
Both guys were running up the floor, and they both got tangled on their feet and fell.
There have been a lot of missed calls tonight, and a lot of them went towards Williamstown, but the one missed call that might determine the game goes up against Sterling.
Well, it's back to Eaton to the free throw line. He's the Iceman.
2 free throws here could potentially put this game away. 6 the first.
I have to think Sterling, once they get the ball, probably will inbound, get it to midcourt, and maybe call a timeout to set something up.
Keep in mind, there's only 9.5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. You could probably get it to midcourt with maybe 5 or 6.
And Eaton, great at the line when it matters most, makes it a 3-point game. Sterling's got to hit a 3 to tie. They still have a timeout, not using it. And Zingaro calls the timeout with 4.3 seconds left.
Wow.
Still plenty of time to inbound, maybe a dribble, a pass, and get a shot off.
If you're figuring on Sterling three-pointer wise, the team is led in three-pointers by Mike Ermel thus far. Tummings can also shoot a 3, so, you know, we'll see what coach determines here, but you got to do something pretty quick with 4 seconds left and needing a 3 to tie it.
Zingaro's had the hot hand outside tonight. Might look his way.
Well, they do have some options, as you mentioned there, but again, for the most part, the most consistent three-pointer would be Ermel, and Ermel does not have a point tonight.
Yeah, they tried to go to him early in this game. Didn't have the same stroke going that he had going in that Paulsboro game where he was just on fire.
Sterling had every chance to put this game away and couldn't, and now they're fighting to stay in it. Zingaro's still talking to the referee about the missed call. That was very blatantly missed as he seemed to get a...
I'll get to that in a second. Here's the play.
Tummings fires up a 3 at the buzzer, doesn't go, and Williamstown completes the comeback against the Knights. Landon Eaton iced the game at the line, and the Knights can't believe it.
Well, Kevin, we were saying all along, I don't know, because of COVID, I don't think they can. Shake hands. I don't think that's part of the problem here. Something's going on. You turn a little to your left here, you can see. I don't think they're allowed to shake hands, I don't think.
It seems as though they're not doing it because of bad blood. Zingaro got in line, ready to...
That was a great game. I mean, it just came down to a couple of big shots in the end, and you'd have to, Kevin, I'm going to give Landon Eaton, our player of the game, made a couple big plays and made some huge foul shots. As you can see, our coaches are talking to each other at mid-court here. Again, we're at the other side of the court. We can only speculate from here.
Now, Tad, I agree with you about Eaton. Even before those last 2 minutes where he created his own offensive opportunity, hit the free throws, he had a couple nice jumpers when Williamstown was struggling just to stay in the game, and obviously came up big in the last minute and a half of this game, and there's a big reason why Williamstown's walking away with a win.
It's funny, too, because Williamstown only had the lead with that 12 seconds remaining or whatever the heck it was. That's the first lead of the game they had. So Sterling's got to feel like, yeah, they had their shots. You see Coach Barringer in the white walking to your right.
Sterling's now going to fall to 8-3 with 2 back-to-back losses against Paul VI, and now Williamstown. Hopefully they'll bounce back tomorrow against Gloucester, who pulled out a win today against Glassboro, a 2-point win, another tight game in this Martin Luther King Day tournament.
Well, I guess that's going to do it for us here today. Again, we want to thank the Gloucester High athletic staff for helping us out, getting us in here. Want to thank the Williamstown staff for getting us their information, actually, and thanks to Coach Barringer for helping us out as well. For Jake Clark, Kevin Schulz, and our cameraman, Nick Rattano, I'm Tad Kazaneski. Again, your final score, Williamstown wins it 41-38 for everyone here at Sterling TV 19. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll talk to you tomorrow night